Practice reading and listening. The Fox and the Grant. Once a fox and a grant became friends. So the fox invited the grant to dinner. The grant accepted the invitation and reached the fox place at sunset. The fox had prepared soup for his mate. But as we all know that foxes are cunning by nature, he served the soup in flat dishes. So he himself left the grand share of his tongue enjoying it released a lot. But the crane could not enjoy it at all with his long beak and had to get back home hungry. The true fox felt extremely anxious. After a few days, the grant invited the fox to dine in with him. The fox reached his place well in time. The grant gave him a warm welcome and served the soup in a jug with a long and narrow neck. So the grant enjoyed the soup with a great relish using his long beak. The fox's mouth couldn't reach the soup through the narrow neck of the jug. He had to return home hungry. Now he realized that he had been repaid for his behavior with the grant. Practice reading and listening.
One day a saint, while going somewhere with his disciples, saw a pound full of fishes on the way. He stopped there and started filling his mouth with fish. The disciples followed their guru. The saint said nothing to them and after some time moved ahead. Then they reached another pond where there were no fishes. The saint stood at its shore and started taking out the fishes he had swallowed. When the disciples saw this, they were amazed and also tried to vomit out the fishes. But after many attempts, they could only take out some dead fishes. At this, the saint said, "Fool, when you didn't know how to keep the fishes alive in the stomach, then why did you imitate me?" It truly said that never imitate anyone.
Practice reading and listening.
The teacher and the student. Once a teacher had a disciple who used to live in a hermitage. One day, the disciple was going somewhere. He hadn't gone too far when suddenly it started raining cats and dogs. He returned and told his problem to his teacher. The teacher said, "You should have faith in God. He will save you from all problems." The disciple obeyed and resumed his journey. He kept reciting the name of God and cleared all the hurdles. Next day, the teacher had to go on the same route. When he reached a deep drain, he doubted whether God would save him or not. The teacher got drawn. Does doubt drown you and faith saves you?
Practice reading and listening.
The lazy boy. Anthony was a very lazy boy and always used to postpone things.
One day his father called him and made him understand the value of time, that one should always do things on time. Anthony promised his father that he would never postpone things. One day he came to know that he had won the first prize in singing competition that was held the previous month. He was asked to collect the prize the same day. He didn't care and went to collect the prize the next day. But the prize became useless for him, as it was a ticket to a circus show, which was held the previous day. Anthony learned a lesson for this incident.
Practice reading and listening. The Old Lion. Once upon a time, there was a lion that grew so old that he was unable to kill any prey for his food. So he said to himself, I must do something to stay my stomach ill. I will die of starvation. He kept thinking and thinking, and at last an idea clicked him. He decided to lie down in the cave pretending to be ill, and then whosoever will come to inquire about his health will become his prey. The old lion put his pig plan into practice and it started working. Many of his well-wishers got killed, but it is short-lived. One day a fox came to visit ailing lion. Our foxes are clever by nature. The fox stood at the mouth of the cave and looked about. His senses worked and he came to know the reality. So he called out to the lion from outside and said, How are you, sir? The lion replied, I am not feeling well at all. But why don't you come inside? Then the fox replied, I would love to come in, sir, but on seeing all footprints going to your cave and none of coming out, I would be foolish enough to come in. Saying so, the fox went to alert the other animals.
Practice reading and listening.
To traveler. It was high summer. The sun was extremely hot. Two travelers were going along the dusty road that had no tree along its side, looking for some shelter from the hot sun. They saw a tree with big leaves and branches spread like an umbrella. They placed their belongings on the ground and sat in the cool picset for the tree. After taking some rest, one traveler said to the other, What a useless tree it is! It bears no fruit at all. Hearing this, the tree felt pinched and burst out, You ungrateful soul! On one hand, you are taking shelter in my cold shade from the burning heat of the sun, and on the other hand, you are calling me useless. Get up and leave the place immediately to be scourged again.